day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Brickley Boo and welcome to day 315 of a year of change. As of today, we only have 50 days left. And I don't think we're going to get stuff done the way that we need to get done. So, I don't know. I feel like it's sort of getting under the wire, which is weird because we're continuing on afterwards. But I know I bring that up a lot, but just figured I'd bring it up again, especially now it's sort of a countdown to 50 days, and then we're all done for this first year, which is really, really weird. We made quite a bit of progress. It's been good, but actually this week I had yesterday, in fact, at the end of the week, I actually had something really kind of nice happen to me. I go, maybe, because it's a weird feeling. I was at work and they have a new group of people coming in, all these new hires. And one of the people is someone that I used to work with probably 2 years ago at an old job. So I was coming into work and I just sort of saw them, waved hi, and kept on going because I had to go into work. And then later on throughout the day, they were taking them on a tour through the office and everything. And they walked by, so I said hello again. And they went, oh, hi, because they had seen me before, they waved. And the first statement that they said was, where's the other half of you? Which was really, really nice. It's strange because I have friends that I don't see, sort of week to week. So every now and then you'll meet up with them and they're like, oh, okay, they can see that there's some progress there. We don't see it ourselves because we see ourselves every single day. And aside, from tracking the numbers, we actually don't see much of a difference. We might feel it in our clothes or, our eating habits. You're going to see different stuff that way. But as far as looking at ourselves and going, oh, wow, I look really different, we simply don't see it. And every now and then it's nice to have that response from someone that hasn't seen you in 2 or 3 weeks. And they go, oh, okay, well, you're making progress. Well done. But the last time this person saw me, I would have been at 325. So, and although I still have a long way to go, 250 is still a far cry from 325. So it's still quite a bit of weight gone. So it was a nice thing. We didn't really sort of stop and chat and everything else, and she kept on going on her way. But it was a nice little thing. It kept me going throughout the rest of the day. So, not a lot else happened this week. I did, maybe, I think, hurt myself. I have a thing in my... Anyway, sorry, that was really gross, but it was just like, there's something bothering me. There's nothing in my teeth. Anyway, yeah, nothing came out. Anyway, I just had an itchy gum. How does that sound? Anyway, I should probably cut that out, but I'm not going to. So, during this week, as we sort of talked about midweek, had a couple of days where I wasn't eating properly, and then I started doing my treadmill, and then just couldn't really do it, so I ended up just sort of walking. Thursday wasn't as bad. I was able to get back on the treadmill and go all but the last interval. I just walked the last one instead of doing the 7 minutes of jogging, so I thought everything was fine. And then yesterday, I started it in again, and I got to the second or third interval and felt a pain. And what it felt like was just the same. What I originally thought was that the damage I had done doing that one single sit-up a while ago, it felt like it came back. And so when I was doing the jogging portion of my intervals, which is the only thing I do during the interval. Anyway, during the jogging portion of my treadmill, I could feel there was I could feel tearing or ripping or something. Couldn't hear it, obviously, over my screaming, but I just know. So I thought, you know what, I don't know what it is. I still haven't gone anywhere to see what it is because I didn't wake up feeling bad. I don't, nothing hurts. I can poke myself and everything's okay. So I just walked the rest of it and thinking, try again on Monday and go from there. But one thing I did want to bring up, because we did talk about exercising outdoors versus exercising indoors and all the different things. If you're an outdoorsy kind of person that wants to go jogging and exercising and everything else, by all means, go for it. Don't do it during a storm, you idiot. I'm going to tell you what I mean. Last night, we had not really a storm, but it started snowing early in the morning and just didn't stop until like midnight. It wasn't a lot, maybe 4 or 5 inches in total. Or not even that, I don't think. I'm going to say maybe 3 in total. But it was really, really, really warm. So what you end up getting is you don't just get snow and then everyone's like, ooh, it's snow and we can make snowmen and snow women and snow people and everything else. It's you get this as it's falling, it's sort of thawing and then freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing and freezing. So you get a little bit of ice pellets, you get a little bit of rain, you get a little bit of snow, you get a little bit of like gooey, sludgy snow. Basically, what you end up with on the ground is, 2 or 3 inches of a slush puppy, or slushy, or squishy, or icy, or whatever you want to call it. That's basically what everything is like. But of course, underneath that layer on the road, there is a very thin layer of ice because everything is thawed, and then the pressure makes it thaw, and then the cold air gets to it, and everything else. And so you have this nice smooth layer of ice, and then wet, gooey, slippery snow on top, and then a light dusting on top, so it just looks like normal snow, right? So, and I mean, I'm driving home, seeing people slipping and sliding all over the place, and I mean, this is Canada. We have winter tires on our cars, and people are still sliding all over the place because that's the nature of the snow. And as I'm getting to my house, some idiot is running down the road. Now, this isn't a matter of someone going, oh, obviously he needs to go somewhere. No, he's dressed specifically for running. He's got the tight pants so everyone can see his bulges and everything else, and he's running along and going, I'm getting into shape, I'm all healthy and everything else, which is fine, but during a storm on a major road where other cars are slipping and sliding all over the place, take a day off. Or go to a park or someplace like that and then do your jogging thing. Don't jog somewhere, like, aside from you slipping and falling, that you're going to end up causing an accident because you're a moron and decide, you know what, I still am going to do what I want to do because I'm 5 years old and I'm going to go run. So these are the kind of people that if they get run over by a car, you don't feel bad. Even if you're the one doing it, you don't give a shit because you just bump and you know what, I'm not stopping. I'm not slowing down because I've got good traction on the road now. It serves you right for being there. So you can get hurt, you'll go home to your... Because chances are, if they're that stupid, then they're going to go and they're going to marry someone who's stupid, and they're going to have a bunch of little stupid kids, and then the kids are going to grow up and they're going to be stupid and they're going to do the same thing. You would think eventually it would weed everything out, but it simply doesn't. So, anyway, whoever the idiot was that was doing that, I hope he slipped and fell and hurt himself, and probably still frozen in the snow. Because it's fine to go out, do your exercise, whatever you want, and if you have a pattern that you want to go to, fine, do it. But when it's something like a snowstorm, even if it was a regular snowstorm, where you can say, I'm going to go and do my little joggy thing, there's no one else around, and for some reason you have like studded shoes when you're running, but don't do it in places where there's lots and lots of traffic and everyone's trying to turn and trying not to crash into other people, and it's not like he's stopping at an intersection and waiting for people. He's just keeps on going, and I'm a pedestrian, I can do whatever I want. So I really, really sincerely hope that he got run over or something last night. Because that would make me feel much, much better. But chances are he didn't. Chances are he got to do his whole little thing, didn't get hurt at all. I'm going to die. And then probably, I'm going to die again. Probably end up causing an accident at some point along the way. But thankfully, got home. Everything was fine. I just sat and grumbled about some idiot that I saw running down the street. And things were good. But if you are, planning on saying, I want to go out, I want to do this outside, and it's a daily routine, I need to do it. On those days, pick something different. Go to a park. Go somewhere else. And there is a park literally a 2-minute, drive away from where I live. So I can walk there. I can walk there in about 10 minutes. You just walk, and then you're in a gigantic park. There's a lake and everything else. Go there. Then do your running thing. Don't do it in the middle of the street where people really just want to run you over. So, anyway, I don't know who he was, but he was an idiot. Anyway. So, sorry, that went off topic quite a bit. So, let's see. The person from work, we covered that. The moron running down the street that I hope is now dead. Got through that. What was the other thing that we already did? And I did that. Can't remember what it is. But, the hurdy thing. Yeah. Don't know what that is yet. Probably not going to go. I probably should go to the hospital and just say, but what do you say to something like that? You go, my tummy hurts when I run. Like, well, because you're fat. Like, I know, but I've been able to do it for a while, and then you have to do the whole history thing. And then they're going to poke and prod and everything, and I'm going to have to lift up my shirt, which I really don't want to do. And they're going to go, yep, you're fat. That's why you can't run. So I think that it's probably a mixture of, I know this is weird because it was almost 2 weeks ago now, where I really overdid it on the sit-up. And the sit-up sounds so fucking pathetic, doesn't it? Where I overdid it on that, combined with running, combined with, losing a lot of fat. I don't know if there's anything that would... I can't imagine there would be anything that would weaken my muscles in my stomach from that. Because it's been carrying around so much weight all the time. It's probably just like, everything keep going. And now that it's a little bit lighter, it's going to be easier for it to hang on to. So, I don't know. It feels like a tearing. But it doesn't feel bad right now, which is really weird. And when I was walking, it was okay. And maybe it was just a cramp. And I'm just overreacting and being a big baby. So, we're going to see what happens Monday. If it continues on, or if I start coughing up blood, or if I start, my intestines fall out or something, I'll know something's probably wrong, and I can probably go at that point and say, I think I may have an issue. I've brought my intestines for you. Please take a look at them and see what you can tell me, Mr. Dr. Man. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Not a lot happened this week, aside from the idiot running yesterday. But the weather's a little bit better today, so hopefully when people are out running and stuff like that, then they won't cause any accidents. Yeah. So I really think that's it. I did check I've been doing little sneak peeks throughout the week because in the back of my head I still have that, I have 50 days and I want to lose roughly 20 pounds, which I really shouldn't be doing. And none of us should be sort of putting a deadline on it that way and saying I need to lose this amount of weight by this amount of time. But I'm still curious, so I've been checking throughout the week. And my weight is fluctuating wildly. I'm 3 pounds heavier today than I was last night. And all I've had since then is a bowl of cereal. So I don't know how that works. I haven't eaten 3 pounds of cereal. Unless I'm forgetting something. But it's really weird. And I find that right after I'm done my treadmill, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. I have done a couple times actually, where I've weighed myself, done the treadmill, and then weighed myself again. And there's sometimes a 2 or 3 pound difference just with that. So I assume that a lot of that's what people mean when they say water weight, when you sweat out that much. To give you an idea, I'm sweating out 2 to 3 pounds of water. Yuck. And there's also fat in there as well, which I found that the majority of the fat that we lose, about 80% of it, we actually exhale. That's where it goes. Who knew? We still burn it off for energy and everything else, but waste products, or the byproducts, or whatever you want to call them, we actually exhale them. So when you're huffing and puffing and you're running and you're sweating all over the place and there's fat breath coming out, then yeah. But 2 or 3 pounds difference is a lot. I just wish I could keep that. But usually after that, that's when I have my breakfast. And it throws everything and goes, oh, thank God, I have all this stuff back again. So you did nothing. But it is helping. This week really didn't do a lot exercise-wise. So I'm hoping that, this coming week I'll be able to get back on track. And at least, even if I'm doing every other interval, and then gradually build up just so that I don't hurt myself again, then it should be good. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So that's it for this week. Nothing really happened. I've picked my teeth. Sorry. Did I say sorry? I did. I think I said sorry. What else? Coughed and hacked. I'll have to cut that out as well, or at least make it quieter, because this picks up a lot of stuff. And I'm sure there's other stuff that I said I was going to be covering this weekend, and or during the week, and I simply have skipped over. But I think the treadmill was the main thing, really, was just sort of keeping you up to speed on the progress that I'm making there. Not back at 100%. Thursday almost was, and then Friday, went in the shitter again. So hopefully Monday will be okay. And again, I've got to sort of pick this up because we only have 50 days left. That feels really, really weird. It's still, when the first 50 days felt like such a huge milestone, and now that we only have 50 left, I just think, it's not enough time. There's so little time. Everything's going to be done. And so that's, 7 weeks, roughly. And actually, tomorrow, that's right, it will be exactly 7 weeks, 49 days. So that's not, 7 weeks. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that 20 pounds in 7 weeks thing. I want to stay away from that as much as I can. If I don't make it, I don't make it. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to try our best to stay on track during those 7 weeks and get to where we need to be. On our average, losing between 1 and 2 pounds a week. then, even then, it's going to be 14, 15 pounds at most. And I'm not quite there yet. So I probably will not make it unless something drastic happens, which I kind of hope it doesn't. So, but it'd be nice to hit that for sort of an end date. But as things stand right now, as things are right now, I don't think I'm going to make it. But we will continue on afterwards. I'm going to get to that 100 pounds at some point. It may be after the year is up, but I know I'm going to get there at some point, and then I'll get to 125 gone, and then 150 gone, and that's my goal. And then I can really start sort of going, all right, now I have a bunch of extra skin, I need to figure out what to do with it. So use a scrunchie or an elastic or something and just pull it all back and wear a ponytail. There you go. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. So I have nothing else to say. I'm just sort of rambling on and stuff that we probably should be saving for a later date. But for right now, I am going to leave this video here. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. And in the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.